Hello Sagittarius, I hope you're all doing great and thanks for tuning into my channel. This is your March Tarot and Oracle card reading and it's a general reading, so it'll cover all aspects, whatever comes up that's important for you to know about. Love, money, career, all that sort of thing, home and family. You have a new moon and a lineup of planets in your fourth house of home and family, so that might be the focus early on in the month. And then you have the Sun and Venus moving into your fifth house of romance and creativity from the start of Aries season on the 20th, so that might bring in a bit of a change of energy. And you also have Mars in your seventh house of one-on-one relationships, heating things up as well. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out for you. Start off with your Sacred Traveler Oracle. Sagittarius. Taking shelter. The answers are within. And I feel the way forward is going to be illuminated for you here. This is a bit like the Hermit card here. And having the Sun and Venus and Mercury all in your fourth house of home and family, you might feel like being a bit of a hermit and spending more time at home with your family. Forgot to turn on the little candles. There we go. You have wise leader. You are a beacon for others. And being a fire sign, you do make a good leader or head of some sort of group or organisation. You're very good with people, with your optimistic attitude towards life. And Sagittarius are also, out of all the fire signs, they're probably more a thinking sign. Because you're ruler of the ninth house, which is sometimes called the house of philosophy and higher learning. So all the Saggies I know are pretty smart. So we're using the Making Magic Oracle cards for something different for March. And you have the elements, number 14. The elements of fire, air, earth and water create powerful protection. So know that you're safe and protected, Sagittarius. And also, I always get from this card that you might need to put up some healthy boundaries as well. And you have safe and happy travel. So some of you might be planning a trip or going on a trip. In March, number 25, protection from harm when journeying. That's always good to know. So we'll get into your tarot now. Can we have some guidance for our Sagittarius, please, for the month of March 2021. Spirit guides and angels. So your first card out is the Eight of Water, or the Eight of Cups. Then you have the Six of Earth, or the Six of Pentacles. And then we have the Tower, an unexpected change coming in for you there. Mid-March. And then you have the King of Fire, or King of Wands, which is probably you or another fire sign. The Four of Fire, which is always a great card to see in any reading. And the Three of Earth. And the Eight of Wands. So some good news coming in towards the end of the month here. And then you have the High Priestess as well in your outcome position. And on the bottom is the Seven of Fire. Standing up for what you believe in, or standing up for your rights. And you have the higher ground here, you have the advantage. Then we have the Messenger of Earth, which would be the Knight of Pentacles. So things are moving forward, but it might not be at a fast pace. And Justice, so a fair ruling is coming in for you. Things are going to start going in your favour towards the end of the month. And Justice is also the twin flame energy. And I'm also getting from this card that it's representing the full moon in Libra at the end of the month. We've got a full moon in balance in Libra at the end of the month, and it looks like the mid to late month is going to be the best time of the month for you. And I'm just going to get another card for this Tower. Why is the Tower here? Why is the Tower here? I had the Fool trying to come out. Why is the Tower here? Okay, so you've got the Empress come out. And the Queen of Air to clarify the Tower. Whoops. Just interesting. And what's happening with this Eight of Water? What are Saggies walking away from here? They're walking away from. Oops. The Five of Fire. So some sort of drama's been going on here. And I'm going to clarify the cards with the Energy Oracle. Can we have some more information for our Sagittarius for March? Sagittarius for March. And there's hostilities on the bottom. But there's man holding a coin as well. But with the Eight of Cups, you have walking away, which is what the Eight of Cups is all about. You have Healer of the Ages with the Six of Earth and the Five of Fire. Have appreciation here with the Tower energy. Rest and rejuvenation with the King of Fire. Third chakra or solar plexus chakra and Archangel Chamuel with Four of Fire. And the Garden and the Gate. Here with the Three of Earth and the second chakra. And caring connections in your outcome here. So that's interesting. So how this reading works, Sagittarius, if you haven't watched my monthly videos before, is this is the beginning of March through to the middle of March, probably the new moon in Pisces on the 13th of March, and this is mid to late March, and we have a full moon in Libra at the end of the month. So to start off your reading, you have the Eight of Water, and that was clarified by the Five of Earth, the Six of Earth, had the Tower with the Queen and the Empress, and appreciation. And you have the King of Fire, Four of Fire with the solar plexus chakra, which is lovely, lovely energy. And that's all these outcome cards are great energy as well. Caring connections and the High Priestess and the Eight of Fire. So it's just early on in March here. There looks like there might be some drama going on, and if this resonates with you, you'll probably know what it is, Sagittarius. And you're starting off March walking away from something. And he's got a chest of treasure here. So he's managed to salvage something from whatever he's walked away from here. He might have lost the ship, but he's still got the treasure. And the sun's starting to come out, and we've got the sun coming out here as well. And then you had the Five of Fire to clarify this. So there is a situation where you've walked away from something or someone, and I feel that it's a situation that may have been causing you some anxiety and sleepless nights for some time now. And I think you've been hoping for a healing of whatever issue you've been facing coming in. But there's been no give and take with the Six of Earth here. which is all about generosity. So maybe your generosity has been taken advantage of here. And I think you've been hoping for a healing of the situation, but it hasn't been forthcoming. And someone might have taken advantage of your generosity. You might have loaned someone money or something like that, or loaned them money and not gotten it back, all that sort of thing. And someone may have promised you the world, but it's not been forthcoming. And I feel there's been a lot of arguments about it. So emotions have been running high early March here, Sagittarius, and whether it's a personal or a love or a work matter isn't really clear. But it seems to quickly escalate into a tower moment. And it could be something happening at home, since you have the sun in your 4th house of home and family. Early March, and it could be happening around the time of the new moon in Pisces on the 13th of March. But the tower is actually Mars energy, and you've got Mars in your 7th house of relationships, of one-on-one partnerships and relationships. So Mars can make you a bit prone to being aggressive, you might say, in your speech. So if something has been bothering you, it might all suddenly come to a bit of a head with Mars in your relationship zone. And the Empress can represent a mother figure, or there might be an issue with your mother or a mother-in-law, something like that. She can also represent a Libra or a Taurus. They're both ruled by Venus, and the Empress is the card of Venus. And also the 6th of Earth is the moon in Taurus as well. So although Taurus are known for their generosity and warmth, they can be stubborn and hold a grudge for ages. And I feel it could have involved another person as well, because you have the Queen of Swords here as well, and the Appreciation card. So maybe it was a bit like a vicious triangle here, or third party was involved. It could just be a lot of feminine energy not coming to any sort of agreement here. And you'll know what it represents if it applies to you, Sagittarius. Let me know in the comments. I would love to know what it is that's happening for you at the moment. I've got an idea what it might be. It's obviously involving disagreements between you and at least one or two other people here. And the 5 of Wands that you had before can represent some sort of competition. So maybe you're all competing for the same promotion or something like that, and you didn't get it, and that's why this appreciation card is coming up, because you don't feel appreciated, and it's bringing It's bringing in a Tower moment, a sudden change, whatever it is. Maybe you've finally had enough at your workplace and you're deciding to throw in the towel, and now you have to look for another job. Or if it's a home thing happening at home, you might decide to leave and you have to look for another place to live now, that sort of thing. And the Empress could be someone who's acting like a bit of a diva or a bit precious. And the Queen of Swords is well known for her cutting remarks. So it may not come as a huge surprise, this Tower moment, Sagittarius, with everything here that's been leading up to it. And I think with this Healer of the Ages card that you had before, you really were hoping for a resolution to the situation. Maybe even a miracle, so to speak. Or you were trying to, you were really trying to make the best of the situation, especially if it's at your workplace and you don't want to suddenly leave a job if you haven't got something else to go to, that sort of thing. But for now you have to deal with this unexpected change, and it's going to be a year of change for all of us, because it's a 5-year, 2021 adds up to 5, which is the number of change and instability. So it's going to be a year of all of us sort of trying to find our footing again after everything that's happened with the virus and having to spend so much time in isolation and everything else, and tempers coming to a head and all that sort of thing. But it could have absolutely nothing to do with the pandemic, this situation. And there still could be a healing coming in here with this card. And with the Tower, when something is making us unhappy or is not for our highest good, the universe always comes in to topple the Tower and force us to take a new direction that's for our highest good. And although it doesn't often feel like it's a good thing at the time, it usually turns out maybe even to be the best thing that could have happened for a while. And I feel you've been holding these feelings of discontent in for a while now, Sagittarius. And if it's work, things might have come to a head and you've decided to give all these divas a piece of your mind. And of course it results in you probably getting the sack and you're having to look for another job. But you've got a lot of positive cards here in your, for late month, for the late March, and for your outcome. So it looks like some really positive energy coming in for you later in March here. So I don't think it's going to keep your optimistic nature down for long, because you have the King of Fire here and rest and rejuvenation. And of course the Tower moment can be very trying on your nerves and everything. So it's important to make sure you get plenty of rest and rejuvenation. But the King is the highest of the court cards. So it means that you are coming out in your power here, and you're not letting this situation get you down. You're your heart chakra is open and activated here, or that they could represent another fire sign in your life that's helping you get through whatever situation this is as well. They look like a very calm and caring person, don't they? But I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of going within and deep reflection and finding your enthusiasm and confidence for life again with the King of Fire. And also I think you might be thinking of something entrepreneurial or starting your own business or something here with the King of Fire. But whatever situation a tower represented, it doesn't seem to be having too lasting an effect on you here. Excuse me, with the Sagittarius, with the King of Fire, and you have the Four of Fire as well next in your reading, which is always a great card to see, and I feel you'll be getting your mojo back here. And maybe whatever happened was also a bit of a revelation and a relief to finally be free of the situation, even if it didn't exactly turn out the way you hoped. And you could even be deciding to start your own business with this energy, as I said before. I feel you're manifesting something here with the King of Fire, who represents attainment of your goals, hopes and dreams. And the Four of Fire is one of the most positive cards in the deck. And it's come out with the third chakra, or the solar plexus chakra, which is this bright golden orb. And it's all about getting your power back as well. And the Four of Fire can even be some sort of celebration. It can be about finding your soulmate or twin flame. It can be rewards and success, or just having a happy home and family, good family relationships. Maybe your family live a long way away and you haven't seen them for a while, and after this has happened, you're going back home to your childhood home and visiting everyone. And you just seem to be following your bliss here, Sagittarius, I feel, with these cards. And you've escaped the unhappy circumstances of the Tower and you're looking forward to the future again here. And they're showing me the King of Cups. So if you are single and looking, you might be meeting a Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces, someone who's very caring and compassionate. And you do have the Sun and lovely Venus in your 5th house from the 20th of March, when Aries season starts. And this is all about fun, romance, creativity and children, if you have children. So taking a creative approach here to something as well. And you have the Three of Earth next in your reading, and that can be about, the threes can be about creativity. So some great energy coming in there, Sagittarius. And the Three of Earth can be about some sort of collaboration, but it doesn't have to be. It can be just making all the different parts of yourself work together in harmony to achieve something. But it can be planning and working towards the future together with someone if you have a partner, or working towards a common goal if you're working. And when this card comes up, you can usually get a lot of cooperation from others to help you achieve your goals. And being earth energy, it could be to do with your work or career, and it's also about having your unique skills and talents recognised and appreciated. And you had that card of appreciation before, which came out above these cards in the reading, so it has some sort of significance here. Feeling appreciated for what you do. And we all need to feel appreciated for what we do, don't we? And it's especially important to our Sagittarius, who usually put so much of themselves into everything that they do. And it also looks like some financial rewards coming in as well with this garden and the gate. It's all about new beginnings and prosperity. So maybe you land a lucrative contract of some sort, work contract, or you get a job with a business that's going to pay you more than what you got before, or it could even be some sort of gift or lump sum. I see money coming in for you here towards the end of March. And the garden and the gate can be about whether you stay with what's safe and what you know, or whether you decide to take a chance on something new as well. There might be things that you're thinking about towards the end of March here, but a boost to your finances always helps to improve any situation. And then in your outcome you have the Eight of Fire, and that's come out with the second chakra archangel Ariel. So something's coming in fast here, some good news, or this financial opportunity, or more money, or some sort of opportunity to make money, as I said before. But it's coming in really quickly here, and they're showing me the Nine of Wands as well, which is the Wounded Warrior card. And this Eight of Wands is one of your cards. It's Mercury in Sagittarius. So it's quick thinking Mercury bringing in good news. And they're also showing me the Nine of Wands, which is the Moon in Sagittarius, which is all about your emotional body. So I feel they're saying don't give up, because you're very close to achieving your goals here, and to have courage and to learn from the past events, whatever happened with the Tower moment that you had before. And the second chakra is all about taking a creative approach as well, and not putting limits on yourself, because you have a full moon at the end of March in your 11th house of friends and social circles and networking. And it's also the house of your hopes and dreams. And there could be a lot of messages going back and forth during this time. And the second chakra is all about intimacy as well, and how much you want to open up to your partner, how much you want to share of yourself with them. You could be meeting someone with these two cards. You could be meeting someone who really lights your fire, so to speak, because they're both fire energy, and the sacral chakra is a bright orange globe down the base of your stomach. So that could be the message as well. So good news, or other forms of fun. I won't go back into it too deeply there. And then you have the High Priestess and caring connections, which is lovely energy. So I feel you're reaching a deeper level of understanding about your relationships here. And these cards represent the time around the full moon. And the full moon can heighten our emotions and our intuition. So I feel you're forming deeper bonds with someone here. And they're showing me the Tower reversed. So the Tower reversed with the Hierophant. So you might be taking some sort of traditional approach to your relationships. You might be deciding to get engaged or even get married, or move in together, that sort of thing. A traditional approach would really serve you well towards the end of the month in your relationships. But just think things through properly with the High Priestess here. She doesn't rush into anything. She's not a card of action. She sits back and she waits to see how things play out. And people also went to her for advice as well. So you may be getting some really good advice towards the end of the month as well, to do with your personal relationships. And with the High Priestess in your outcome position, make sure you're looking out for any signs and symbols and repeating numbers that the universe might be trying to send you. Like unusual things that you wouldn't normally see, like different birds or animals, or different coloured feathers, repeating numbers, all sorts of things like that. And these days you can just Google it and see what the spiritual meaning for it is. So I'm going to finish your reading with some Lovers Oracle cards. Embrace. Through each other you find the missing pieces. two have come out here. We've got this one. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you will be surprised where it leads. Well, that could be the message of the High Priestess as well. And this one was, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. I feel drawn to get you one more. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So all is going to work out for the best after whatever this Tower moment was, Sagittarius. I think you might even be better off than you were before, because you got such positive cards in your outcome position here. So they're your messages for March. I hope you received some guidance from that. And if you did like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and tell all your friends. And I hope you have a great month. Bye for now.